Looks like we got ourselves a little bit of a situation here, everybody. That's right, we have a high voltage situation. Danger, danger, because your coach of the Atlanta Raichus, the Playmaker here, is taking over to commentate on the Pokemon Grand Prix League War that is going on. And as you know, I'm representing the TBL along with 6 other fellas, including GoldoaDragon. And speaking of GoldoaDragon, he is not here right now because he is actually busy moving into his apartment, and he had a lot of other things going on as well, and he was just feeling like he was not able to bring you guys the content for this week's matches for the Pokemon Grand Prix. And this week we're actually facing the BBL. So how it's gonna work is that I'm going to commentate on about maybe 3 or 4 of the matches, and then my good buddy in the TBL server, Neon Zero, will commentate on the last 3 or 4. There's a total of 7 matches, and so hopefully we can get through everything in a very time-convenient manner. I have a bit of a different style from what Goldo is usually used to doing. So I'm just gonna play it, commentate along the way, maybe stop it if I do see something that's interesting or feel like there's something that needs to be said. But yeah, in any case, let's just jump into it. So our first match is between Heff Nasty of the TBL versus Clutch of the BBL. Now, just looking at this matchup, so I'm gonna just go ahead and play it. Yeah, so a lot of bulk on Clutch's end, whereas it looks like Heff Nasty went for a more offensive, hyper offensive style approach, or I should say not as much bulk. So we're gonna go ahead and see that Clutch leads off with the Nidoqueen, and Heff leads off with Scar, the Landorus Therian, getting off that nice Intimidate. And we're gonna see if this Nidoqueen wants to fire an Ice Beam right away, but we do see that Heff is very cognizant of the possibility of that Ice Beam, decides to U-turn, go out into the Chen, and indeed we do see the Ice Beam. And Chen is a Mega Gallade, by the way. So this is going to pressure out the Nidoqueen, and in comes the Tornadus Therian. So we're going to see what Heff wants to do here. I'm thinking he's going to want to knock off. Yep, Heff goes straight for the knockoff here. And we're going to see the Rocky Helmet come off. And that's going to be good for Heff because he doesn't have to worry about that Rocky Helmet anymore. Heff's going to switch out, fearing the Hurricane. I'm thinking that this thing's going to U-turn. Yep, it's going to U-turn. And we're going to see this thing go probably into the Nidoqueen. Yes, the Nidoqueen. So, Heff, I think, is Assault Vest. Or, no, he's Shuka. He is Shuka. That's very nice. He's going to be able to... Ooh, that still did a lot of damage. Oh, it's a crit. That is why. I was like, with the Shuka Berry, like, it still did over about 50%. But we do see Heff get the light screen off. Unfortunately, this is not a Mega DNC. Otherwise, we would have seen the Magic Bounce come right there. But, so, they exchange rocks. And I think, so I think there was a hard predict, because I'm pretty sure the Nidoqueen was expecting the Landorus Therian to come in, expecting Heff to predict the Earth Power. It seems like this Nidoqueen was built for the Landorus Therian specifically, especially as a lead, just to make sure that there's no, I guess it can take an Earthquake and then fire off an Ice Beam in return. So, Wow, so literally this Deontay is living on a sliver and it's able to take out the Nidoqueen. Well, I never thought that a Deontay would have been able to 1v1 a Nidoqueen like that, but just goes to show you how great of a battler Heff is in terms of preparation and making all the right moves when needed to. So we're going to see basically Clutch being able to switch into whatever he wants because of that full switch. Although this does give Heff a chance to sort of combat whatever Clutch wants to bring in. You know, it pretty much gives Heff initiative is what I was trying to say. So definitely Clutch did not want to risk a bullet punch. And there's a bullet punch right there. So, wow, and that was a critical hit too. So we're seeing crits fly. I think the crit on the Deontay was a little bit more unfortunate than the crit on the Rotom, but we're going to see Rotom fire off a Will-O-Wisp in hopes that the Scizor undersped and wanted to U-turn out, but Heff was smart and just hard swapping out the Scizor right there. And we're going to see this Rotom go out. Pretty much can't touch it with anything super effective with Hydro Pump and Volt Switch as probably its only attacking moves. And Heff predicts the Deontay to come in and just kills it before. I'm pretty sure that was his Mega, if I'm not mistaken. So we don't see the Mega Deontay pop on the field at all. Just wow, great play, Heff. I'm really proud of you, man. So we're gonna see the Tornadus Therian come in. I'm pretty sure this thing just wants a U-turn, but you know, Heff cannot really even risk getting hit with the U-turn as it is because Bug is super effective against the Hydreigon. So yeah, U-turn's gonna come out. The dedicated Landorus Therian answer was, you know, is gone now. But wow, well, I spoke too soon because Kibbles could very well be Choice Scarf, and Heff is comfortable U-turning out. I think Heff was debating the probability of that Kyurem Black being Scarfed, and it wasn't, and we're going to see a substitute fire off. And, you know, so far Heff is playing a really great game. I gotta say, he's definitely got the advantage here. I think we're going to see the Kyurem Black fire off an Electrium Z, probably with the Fusion Bolt, and that might just be goodbye to the Scizor. I think in retrospect, going out into the Mega Gallade would have been a better switch. You know, I mean, hindsight is 2020 is what they say. But yeah, so I mean, I feel that way because Scizor would have been able to pressure out the Reuniclus as well. And I think there were a couple of other things on his team that needed to get smacked. And the Kyurem Black lives on a sliver. This is a huge problem. This is a huge problem. I think, yeah, it's Ice Beam. We're going to see Sparky. Oh, Sparky takes it. Oh, and Sparky gets frozen. Oh my gosh. This is a worst case scenario. Oh, well, Sparky just is able to break the Titha out. Thank the Lord. Oh, goodness. And this Kyurem Black is still going to live. This is terrible for Heff. It's, you know, Heff really had the advantage at one point, and now Kyurem Black is just going to wreak havoc on Heff, which is unfortunate. Another reason why Scizor is a really good Pokemon to keep in the back, just because it's able to get off bullet punches with priority, and yeah. I'm not sure if close combat was the best play just because it does lower the defenses, but I think Heff's Mega Blade is low enough to where an Ice Beam would have killed regardless. And yeah, I think Heff is just losing control at this point, despite having so much momentum going in. And yeah, this Huron Black is doing way more work than it needs to. And we're going to see the Tornado Starion. I don't know why Clutch did that, because Huron Black is going to die on the Stealth Rock switch-in. Unless this, I keep on saying Landers, unless this Tornado Starion wants to defog. I don't think he has any other defoggers on his team that I recall seeing. I would have to go back to team preview and look at that. And yeah, Huron is going to die on the back on the switch. So yeah, I mean, that's fair. And we're gonna see the Reuniclus, and I don't think Heff has an answer for this thing anymore. So yeah, Heff has the Jolteon and Dun. We didn't see Dun yet. Oh, the Hydreigon. We did see Dun. Never mind, just kidding. Oh, and the Trick Room. Oh, that's not good for Heff at all. I feel like this Reuniclus is going to carry the Focus Blast. We know it's not an Assault Vest Reuniclus because it used Trick Room. But we're going to see this thing. Oh, Fire Off Signal Beam. I think Heff can live that. Nope, just kidding. Goodbye, Hydreigon. It was nice knowing you, buddy. And we're going to see Sparky come back in. And we know Sparky cannot handle the rest. I feel like Protect is not the greatest play. I mean, maybe Heff is trying to stall out Trick Room, which is why he did that. But unless you can kill the Reuniclus in one shot after you stall out the Trick Room, it's not going to matter. And maybe Heff just realizes that this game is donezo's over with. You know, Heff is going to be locked into whatever move he has. If he goes for Earthquake, he can't hit the Tornado Starion, so it's pretty much GG at this point. And yeah, Heff is not even going to get a chance to fire off a move. Wow. That was a really great game. Heff, it seems like you just were overthinking your plays a little too much towards the middle of the game. But, you know, I still feel like you put up a great fight. And with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next match. And this match is going to be between myself and Blue from the BBL. Okay, so we have the team preview up on the screen, and so just looking at his team, I really wanted to figure out what Pokemon on his team were Scarf, just basically between the Infernape and the Crocodile. That is a Mega Latios on his team, for those of you who are wondering. Also, the Clefable is looking like it could be Unaware or Magic Guard. You know, I'm more scared of Unaware Clefable than I am of Magic Guard, just because you know, I can handle Magic Guard pretty easily with paralyzing it and then just working from there if need be. There's also the Quillfish is going to be annoying. I don't think it's going to be too big of an issue. And also, I have to figure out if this is even a Nasty Plot Infernape or a Swords Dance Infernape. Really, Infernape's move pool is what really makes this match a potentially difficult one in terms of figuring out what he wants to do. I'm not going to waste too much time, but I'm just going to go ahead and jump in. I'm going to lead off with Infernape. I just feel like regardless of what he wants to do, I'm going to go ahead and speed this up. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to lead off with Infernape Abu, because, you know, we're all about our Aladdin monkeys here. Fun fact, I am actually happy to have Pakistani, so it works out perfectly. So he's just going to go ahead and fire off the Titanium Z, either Focus Blast or Close Combat. Either way, I'm a dead monkey. So yeah, that's a thing. And yeah, that's a dead Abu. It was nice knowing you, Abu, but so I had to let off with Abu because in the event that he wanted to go close combat, he would have definitely outsped me because I would make sure I'd underspeed him so that a close combat would kill him right off the bat. He's gonna fire off a Thunder Punch straight up. That does a little over half. I'm gonna get a Thunder Wave off, and since we're playing this game, I can just roost up and lose my flying type if he does decide to go for another Thunder Punch, and that would do less damage in the end. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and roost up. I want to get my Togekiss as healthy as possible. I knew Togekiss was a huge win condition going in. So, and we're just going to fire off the Air Slash and hope that 60% falls in our favor with the flinch. And we get the flinch. And actually, the best part about Mox is that you can see how people EV spread against you and then just kind of work on your EV spread accordingly. So in my first mock I had with Goldoa, I undersped the Coolfish, and the Coolfish was just really annoying from there. So I just had made sure to try to outspeed a 12 speed EV Coolfish, and it turns out that it worked right out into my favor. And we're just going to keep firing Air Slashes. We are Metronome Togekiss, so we're going to be doing a little bit more damage with every single Air Slash. And this Ferrothorn cannot keep up. And we're going to knock it out. You know, this was probably his best check to Togekiss. And he's going to send in the Crocodile. And he's going to get the Intimidate off. Man, if we were Adrenaline Orb, that would have been nuts. But yeah, he's going to fire off the Stone Edge. He's going to miss, and we're going to go fire off a Dazzle Beam. I'm pretty sure, yeah, so we definitely lived a Stone Edge, unless he got the crit. You know, that Stone Edge was a little bit unfortunate, but it is the game that we play. That, you know, if you run Stone Edge, you better be expecting to miss every now and then. Otherwise, you run Rock Slide or Rock Tomb or something that is a little better in that regard. So he's gonna fire off an Ice Beam, and I'm gonna get a Thunder Wave off. That's huge. This is probably the last of his faster threats that could outspeed a lot of things on my team. And I'm gonna at first play the Roost versus Ice Beam game, because I do lose the typing, the flying typing, but he's actually going to fire off a Psychic. And you know, in retrospect, he didn't, we were back to the same position. I could have just kept roosting up until he got paralyzed again, and then from there, I could have just flinched him to death. But I felt like, because he was going for Psychics and Ice Beams, Yagami was a good switch in. I was expecting the Clefable to come in, so I went straight back out into the Scizor, because even if he went for Ice Beam there, you know, our Mega Scizor would be able to tank it. Well, it would be regular Scizor right now, but you get what I'm saying. I decided to go for the Bullet Punch in the event that it was packing it was a Flamethrower Clefable, and I just wanted to get damage on it. So I do go for the Bullet Punch here. And we have some decent switch-ins to this Infernape. We do outspeed because, you know, the Infernape is paralyzed. So I feel like going out into our Suicune was a good play. It is not Crocun, actually. We're Calm Mind, Scald, Roar, and Rest Suicune. And yeah, so we're just gonna fire off the Scald. I just want to kill the Infernape as fast as possible. And this Latios is gonna come in, and we do get a crit. I don't think that crit matters, but we'll see, guys. Anyway, so we're gonna send in Mega Scizor, and he's gonna send in the Qwilfish, which is good on his end. I think, yeah, I think I U-turn here if I'm not mistaken. I cannot recall. Yeah, he goes for the Toxic Spikes. We do have Defog on this Mega Scizor, if I'm not mistaken. We do go for your U-turn, and we can just basically send out our very own Playmaker, our Togekiss, our potentially MVP, and we're just gonna fire off. I think we go for a Roost here, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, we go for Air Slash. Okay, just kidding. See, I can't even pick myself. Oh, and that crit probably matters. And I just want to kill this thing, so I go for the Dazzling Gleam. And I'm pretty sure Dazzling Gleam would have killed even after a non-crit Air Slash. So yeah, he's gonna send in a Clefable. I'm going to Roost up because I'm thinking a Moonblast kills from that range potentially, or maybe I live on a Sliver. And then I see that he is probably some sort of either max defense Calm Mind, or he's max special attack Calm Mind. I've seen Blue run offensive Clefable before, so it was definitely something that I could expect. He gets up 2 Calm Minds here. I'm thinking that I can either try to air slash flinch this thing to death, or I just play smarter and go out into Mega Scizor, get whatever damage I can with the Bullet Punch, and be expected to take a Flamethrower. He hasn't revealed it, but it's very possible he packs it, and yeah, he just Flamethrows me to death. Mega Scizor falls, and I can safely get in my Suicune, and then I will just roar this thing out, because nobody likes a plus 5,000 Clefable, let alone a plus 2 Clefable. So we do get the poison, but that's something that we most definitely can heal off with a rest if need be. We are also Chesta Berry, so I also didn't want to set up against the Clefable in the event that it was unaware. So the roar into Infernape works out in our favor. We can just Scald away, and we're doing, yeah, just about maybe 80%. Infernape gets paralyzed. That is great for us. We can probably just fire off another Scald. Infernape goes down, and I feel like we just have complete control of this game now. Like, I don't see him being able to break down our walls. And Qwilfish is going to come in, and we can just Scald away at this point. I mean, I could set up as well, but I figured, yeah, he would potentially have to taunt. Yeah, and then we're just going to fire off Scalds, maybe get a burn, potentially. It's not needed, but it'd be nice to get, just to speed up the battle a bit. And it seems like this Qwilfish does not have any attacking moves. It's got Toxic Spikes, Taunt. I don't think we've seen anything else from the Qwilfish. yeah, I'm not sure what the last move is, or last two moves for that matter. It could have Destiny Bond, but he didn't go for it. So, yeah, he just went for Taunt again. I don't think he had any attacking moves. I was surprised to see that. I just felt like Poison Jab would have been really good for kind of checking the Clefable, or sorry, the Togekiss, excuse me. I don't have Clefable. Clefable is disgusting compared to Togekiss. Togekiss is a beautiful, beautiful Pokemon. And he's going to go out into Clefable, and I feel like at this point, I'm going to try to speed it up. Yeah, I can live a Moonblast. If he wants to soft boil up, he can soft boil up. But we are actually going to finish off the Clefable with a Steelium Z Iron Tail. Yeah, so that's, I just felt like, you know, he was not even, you know, I just felt like it was right, because if he's gonna kill me first turn with a Z move, I'm gonna kill him last turn with a Z move. That is how the Atlanta Raichus roll. And this Clefable is his last Pokemon, so once it goes down, it is over. And gosh, just seeing Clefable get drilled like that is just, it's just beautiful. I just am having a blast just seeing that. I really don't like Clefable. I really don't like Clefable. It's a very fat Pokemon. But yeah, we win that match 4-0. So right now the series is 1 apiece between the BBL and the TBL. And so our next match is Alec G versus Ben, also known as Ben GF, or it's Ben JF, I should say. At least that's what I saw in the matchups, I think. So anyways, we have Alec G running a Rain team with a Tapu Koko and a Shadow Tag Gothitelle, and Ben is running a pretty offensive team with Walls and Cresselia and Tangrowth. Just off the bat, I do see Mega Swampert potentially putting in a lot of work in this match. And yeah, Rain's gonna be fun for Alex. So let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, there we go. So we're gonna see a Pelipper lead, which is pretty standard for Rain teams, and a Greninja. Ooh, so this could be interesting because, you know, depending on what the Greninja wants to do, it could very well have Hidden Power Electric, which would be interesting. And we're gonna see Alex go straight out into the Cryogonal. Oh, but it has Toxic Spikes, and going out into Cryogonal there will allow Alec to potentially Rapid Spin them away should he decide to do so. And we're just going to see him go straight for the Freeze Dry. I think that was a good play on Alec's part, just because in the event that Greninja did want to stay in, Freeze Dry could potentially kill. Maybe kill, or at least do a lot of damage. I know that much. So we're going to see Gothitelle come in. It's going to get poisoned, unfortunately. I think this is something that Alec wanted to trap with his Gothitelle. It's something that he can just easily set up on. Cresselia can't really do much in return to Gothitelle. Gothitelle's going to go ahead and just fire off the Trick, which is a very good tech on Alec's part. Choice Scarf Cresselia, nobody likes Choice Scarf Cresselia. Well, Alec will like Choice Scarf Cresselia, I should say. And we're going to see Cresselia. I think it's locked into Sunny Day now, if I'm not mistaken. Or I think, yeah, I think it's locked in. Yeah, it's locked into Sunny Day. And with the taunt, dude, I gotta give it up for my man Alec, man. This Cresselia is gonna struggle to death. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. I hate Cresselia so much, you guys. I think you guys know. I just don't like. Yeah, I just don't like that Pokemon, and I use them all the time, which is funny. But in any case, I think Alec is looking pretty comfortable here. So we've seen Trick, Taunt, and Shadow Ball so far. I'm thinking the last move is Psychic, but I guess we're not going to be able to see that until later. So really good job by Alec in getting rid of one of the bigger threats on Ben's team really early. Man, I'm loving Alec's prep for this match. This is quite amazing. I think Gothel has served its purpose. Yeah, I was going to say it served its purpose, and I think whatchamacallit, Alec can just, that's a good trade. Gothel for Cresselia. I think Cryogonals is now going to come in. Cryogonals a lot better on the specially defensive side. We're going to see a hidden power from Cryogonal just fire off, and even after Shoka, that still did a fairly good amount. And Cryogonal is going to fire off another one. And is this going to kill? No, it's not going to kill. And, based on this information, unless Cryogonal is Scarfed itself, we know that this is not a Choice Scarf circuitry. So Tapu Koko is going to be able to come in pretty nicely. And we do know it's also not Choice Scarf because it did switch to Energy Ball after Thunderbolt. So we're going to see Xurkitree switch out, and he's going to go right into the Tangrowth, which is not a bad play. We're going to see Tapu Koko fire off a Volt Switch, so get that initiative. I think Pelipper is a good switch in at this point. Yeah, he goes straight out in Pelipper. We're probably going to see either a U-turn or a Hurricane. I'm thinking U-turn just so he can easily go out into Swampert should Tangrowth switch out. Oh, he just goes straight for the Hurricane. Well, dang. Okay. And yeah, so Tangrowth goes for the Giga Drain. I feel like we're gonna see something pretty cool, potentially. This guy's gonna go straight out into Croissants, the Salamence. Oh, I can kind of see why you would nickname it Croissants. Yeah, I can dig that nickname. Are we gonna see a confusion here? We see a crit. I told you something crazy was gonna happen, and there's that crazy. Oh, it is leftover Salamence. Maybe rocking the Thunderfang, potentially? I don't know, we'll see, but we're going to see Tapu Koko come in. And, ooh, this is a defensive Salamence, it seems. So, yeah, it's just fired off a Toxic, and good switch on Alec's part. Usually you don't see people switch their Koko in on things just because of how frail Koko is, but, Alec did it. Worked out in his favor. So we're going to see Salamence protecting and getting a little bit more leftovers recovery, while also stalling down the Tapu Koko's health from the poison he got from the Toxic Spikes. So I'm not sure why he didn't just straight up Volt Switch. I think Volt Switch would have given him initiative as well as, damage the Salamence, because it's not going to outspeed the Koko. So, and he already had hit the Protect once. We're gonna see Swampert in the rain, probably fire off an Ice Punch, and we're gonna see the Protect. Man, if this is like Work Up or Bulk Up Swampert, that would have been pretty much GG at that point. But he just goes straight for the Ice Punch. He's going for another Ice Punch, and this should kill. Yes. Oh, it doesn't kill. That is some defense right there. And So Samus is gonna roost up, probably gonna protect, and then after that, he is probably gonna swap. That is how I'm seeing things go down. Oh, he just goes straight for the Toxic. I think maybe Ben had predicted the Swampert to switch out at that point, just because it just, it just didn't, like it's just gonna lose a good bit more health at that point. And we're gonna see the energy ball fire off. That's interesting. I would have probably swapped out into Pelipper at that point, just because he had gotten the rain off, and then you could have swapped Swampert back in, and then just start firing off earthquakes and waterfalls at that point. So we're gonna see Coco come in, and Ben is gonna switch out into the Landorus Therian. Okay. Is this Coco packing Kitten Power Ice? It is packing Kitten Power Ice. And that is a dead Landorus Therian. Woo! Goodbye. Wow, good bring on your end, my friend. Good bring. That was also a good play because the circuitry was low enough to where a Hidden Power Ice would have also killed. So, take notes, guys. Alec is playing probably one of the best games I have ever seen him play. And maybe he's even played better games than this that I just haven't seen, but dang, Alec, you have my utmost respect for how you are playing this game. Even if you do lose, I will say that you are a freaking phenomenal battler for sure. I think you've definitely proven it. Are we gonna see the Hurricane? I think, yeah, because if Alec had roosted there, it would have just been a solo water type, and a Giga Drain probably would have killed. And we're gonna just see Zorair Pepe. I think at this point, Alec has to let this Pelipper. Oh, he does not let the Pelipper go down. He's gonna go into Kingdra. Swift Swim Kingdra, always nice. And Grass Knot doesn't, not bad damage, especially for a Torrent Greninja. And we are gonna see the Z move. Ooh, Waterium Z by the Kingdra. Does this kill? I don't know. I mean, if it's on the physical side, it probably has a good shot of killing. Wow, that's we're gonna see some spicy damage there. Yeah, that's not gonna kill. Whoops. Actually, my favorite Kingdra set is Scope Lens Sniper with Agility. I really love that set. I'm not sure if Alec has any intention of using that, just because weather teams in this format are actually really, really good. So we are going to then see the Tangrowth come in. Kingdra's just gonna fire off an Ice Beam. Just, oh, and he gets the freeze! Yo, that's 2 matches we've seen freezes. That's awesome. At least for the TBL, it's awesome. It kind of sucks for the BBL in this position. And we're gonna see Pelipper get some nice Hurricanes off in the rain. It is, oh, he gets the Confusion too. So that, I guess that's Confrozen. Is that the new status that's going around? Confusion Frozen. Yeah, 100% Hurricanes. Gotta love those. And with that, Alec just wins straight up. Yo, my man Alec, I am so proud of you, dude. Really great battle. I think you've definitely shown why the TBL is the #1 draft league out there, boys. Yeah, just having fun with it. Alright, guys. Next up, we're gonna have. I think it's. I think it's time, guys. I think it is time. Yes, guys, it is time to unlock the dragon. GoldoaDragon, baby. Okay, let's go. So GoldoaDragon is up against Aaron of the BBL. Okay, so GoldoaDragon, you have been experiencing a lot of hacks on Wi-Fi lately. I know it. Everybody else who's been watching the Pokemon Grand Prix knows it. Even if you've been watching the GBA, you also know that Goldoa does not do well against hacks, especially on Wi-Fi. Is this the match that puts GoldoaDragon back on track? We will find out, my friends, but it's looking like Goldoa's matchup is going to be interesting. You know, seeing Hulu with the Hawlucha, it just stands out. I think we're going to see Choice Scarf Hydreigon, and I would be, yeah, I'm thinking that that Gold has a good shot, especially if he keeps his Mamoswine alive. You know, Jirachi's looking kind of clean here if it's Choice Scarf. Or even if it's Thunder Wave set, I think that would be kind of nice against, you know, 2/3 of his team. He just has to watch out for the Volt Absorb Zeraora. And yeah, so without any further ado, let us get into it, guys. So, yep, Goldoa leads off with the Rotom Heat, and Aaron leads off with the Zeraora. And Zeraora is going to go ahead and fire off a knockoff. I think I taught Gold to just kill everything from him. And right off the bat, we see Goldoa miss the overheat first turn, turn one. I feel like Goldoa's turn ones are just the worst. They are the absolute worst because, you know, I've seen Goldoa get crit turn one. How many times now? I don't even know. But you know, overheat miss turn one. It was not good. Oh, and he goes. Oh, the Drain Punch is gonna hurt. Ooh. Is Goldoa gonna be able to bounce back from this? And is Aaron going to be ballsy enough to think that this Mamoswine is not Choice Scarf? I think we're gonna see Aaron with the balls. Yep, Aaron with the balls, dude. And we're gonna see the Zeraora get almost back to full HP from a couple of Drain Punches. We're gonna see Rotom fire off, or sorry, get taunted, and then Rotom's gonna fire off an overheat. Good job, Gold. Keep overheating. I think another overheat should kill at this point. So we're gonna see the Drain Punch from the Zeraora, and hopefully we get a kill. Come on, Rotom buddy, you can kill him. You can kill him. Oh my goodness! What is wrong with you, Rotom? Come on, buddy. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. And there we go, Rotom. There we go. I'm so proud of you. And wow, I'm surprised that Aaron actually let that Zeraora go down so easily, especially when it had a chance to do a lot of work against Gold's team. You know, we saw that Gold was trying to force that Zeraora out by going into the Mamoswine, and then if Jirachi's not Choice Scarf, Zeraora outspeeds, and also outspeeds this thing. It should, at least. Yeah, so Mega Diance's out here to play, and you know, we're just firing off Moonblasts. And and we also see the special attack drop. That is actually very nice for Gold. Do we live this? Oh, Mega Diancie. Mega Diancie, we loving you here, man. We are loving you. Oh, that's goodbye to Hydreigon. Very nice. That's some quality hacks for you guys. Critical hit with the special attack drop. You can't write this script, fellas. You know, I think Gold is experiencing some good hacks in his favor for once in his life. We're gonna see Moonblast, and I'm thinking that this thing wants to Horn Leech. Yeah, there goes straight for the Horn Leech. Yeah, just time to be careful now because, you know, Bulu's a threat, and Hawlucha's an even bigger threat. So, let's see. We have Boomer, the Noivern. I love the nickname. Terrain Extender. Okay, not bad. Frisk was a good bring. Okay, Air Slash. Kills. Probably gonna go out in a Hawlucha now because you can't waste any turns out here. Oh, I guess you can waste turns out here. This Mega Camerupt is probably gonna fire off some sort of fire move or ancient power, one or the other. In either case, I think the Mamoswine can take either. Let's find out. Ooh, okay, look at you, Mamoswine. Oh, and we're gonna go see it. We're gonna see it. Continental Crush. Let's go. Oh, sorry, Tectonic Rage. Just kidding. I'm really bad with Z names. I get that confused with Continental Crush all the time. Tectonic Rage, goodbye. It was nice knowing you, Camerupt. Actually, it was never nice knowing you because, you know, you're on the BBL. Alright, in any case, we're gonna see Kartana here. I love the shiny Kartana. Ooh. Dang, I think that's one of the better shinies. I like the dark with the white. Ooh, and we're gonna see a Z move here. Z Tailwind? Is that what we're gonna see, guys? Z Tailwind? That looks pretty good to me. And for those of you who don't know, Z Tailwind increases the critical hit ratio of all moves. So Leaf Blade is going to be having the higher critical hit ratio. Nice Slash as well. And we're going to see the Leaf Blade come off. Probably a crit. Yep, it's a crit, guys. Crit mattered, obviously. And the Beast Boost is going to fire off. Increase the Kartana's attack. Now, we're going to see Boomer come back in, and it's, you know, Tailwind is still up, so Night Slash coming off, Night Slash is coming off, probably a crit here, and, and we are Focus Sash, yo, my man Goldoa, 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 woo, okay, good job with the Focus Sash, man, that's a good bring. Gotta give you credit where it's due, my man. I'm pretty sure that was probably, if anything, for this Hawlucha. So it is Hawlucha versus the world. Gold is comfortable letting this Noivern go down, and Tailwind is gone. And we are going to see Jirachi come in and fire off a Thunder Wave, probably. Yeah, what's Drain Punch gonna do, guys? I'm sorry, it's you know, Hawlucha doesn't do much as a threat unless he gets some Sword Dances up. That's just how I personally feel. And Heart Stamp comes off. Okay. Oh wow, and he broke through. Look at that, dude. This Hawlucha is something else. Is this Inner Focus Hawlucha? Probably not. Probably not. I don't even think it gets Inner Focus, but... And it breaks through again! Oh my goodness! Okay. Alright. Come on, Jirachi. Flinch him. Flinch. Oh, Eye of Papa. Eye of the Papa. Oh, or Figgy. Whatever. Same difference. Alright. Are we gonna do it? What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I've never seen this happen. I have never seen this happen. Wow. Okay, so Heart Stamp goes off. Again, can we get the flinch this time, guys? There we go. I don't think Gold gen, or whoever gen this Jirachi didn't gen it right. I mean, it seems like this thing does not have Serene Grace. Am I wrong here, guys? Am I wrong here? Come on. I mean, you guys saw how my Togekiss was flinching even without, or sorry, it was immobilizing a lot of Pokemon even without having paralyzed them. So, yeah, good game to both people. I think you know, Goldoa had a little bit of hacks go against him, but at the end of the day, Goldoa pulls out the W. You really gotta give him props. Alright guys, so remember how I said Neon Zero was going to take over for the last half? Well, he's kind of been, you know, AWOL, you know, absent without leave. Haven't really heard anything back from him about him editing the other half, so naturally your boy has got to step up and, you know, do the rest, if you will. So yeah, let's jump into our next battle. This is between Beta and Jarrett. And Jarrett has not lost a single match up to this point. And so, you know, it might be looking kind of rough for Beta. But, you know, Beta might have a few tricks up his sleeve. I did help him, you know, with some recommendations in terms of team building. So we'll see if he puts those to good use. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so Jarrett is going to send out the Azelf. Oh, yeah, so yeah, Jarrett's going to send out the Azelf, and Beta sends out the Bronzong. Well, at least we thought it was a Bronzong, because this thing is actually going to shoot off the Night Days, confirming that this is a Zoroark. So far, looking pretty good for Beta. Now, let's see what Beta does here. So, Beta's going to swap out, go into the actual Bronzong. So, one of the things that I'll say about using Zoroark is that not only you want to try to keep Zoroark as healthy as possible, but you also want to try to keep your Bronzong as healthy as possible. It's just so it'll be harder to differentiate between the two late game, should it ever come down to it. So, yeah, and so now the differentiating factor is that this thing is asleep, and the Zoroark's not asleep. And so we're going to see Jarrett set up a free Rain Dance after hitting the Sleep Powder and basically immobilizing this Bronzong here. And so finally Beta sets up the Stealth Rock. I'm not entirely sure if it's all too useful for Beta. And see, now that Beta's taking this Hydro Pump damage, you know, Beta's not going to be able to fool Jarrett into thinking whether Beta sent out the Zoroark or the Bronzong. So that's a little concerning for me about the use of Bronzong here. But then again, you know, I maybe Beta has something else in mind. I don't know. And see, now the Zoroark's gonna come in. It's gonna get smashed in the face. I don't think that was a smart move. I think Zoroark definitely put in a lot of work against this team, especially if it was the Nasty Plot set that I had suggested to Beta, just because that would have really hit the whatchamacallit hard, the Venusaur hard if it had extrasensory nasty plot. So it's a shame, and actually did not know that Seismitoad got Sludge Wave until I saw this replay. So the more you know, and clearly Beta didn't know either, which is unfortunate. And now Beta is just struggling to find an answer to this thing. So we've seen Stealth Rock, Hydro Pump, Sludge Wave. Maybe it doesn't have the Earth power? I'm not sure. In any case, Beta's just going to go ahead, fire off the Liquidation. And even in the rain, that does not do anything at all. This is probably a physical defensive Venusaur. I see, the thing is, I would have only done Destiny Bond when the Qwilfish was at a lower health. And so, you know, Jared just got a free Sleep Powder right off the bat right there. So at least the Qwilfish can act as the sleep holder, if you will, so that Venusaur does not put anything else to sleep. And see, now the Bronzong dies, and it's looking pretty grim for Beta at this point. We'll see if Beta has what it takes to turn this around. And we're gonna see the Blacephalon. What does Venusaur want to do to a Blacephalon? Switch out. And this guy's gonna go into his Electric. It's a very interesting bring, especially for a competitive match like this. Then again, doesn't have any weaknesses, and yeah, I guess this Electric is just here to just become fodder. And so the Electric goes down. The Blacephalon gets a special attack boost. So we don't know if this Blacephalon is scarfed or not. And this is a Sheer Force Tauros, and it's going to fire up a Rock Slide. I was talking to Beta after the match, and he was saying he did not know that Tauros outsped Blacephalon. That's why it's really important to keep up with your speed tiers, everybody. And had Beta known, he could have swapped out into Qwilfish or into the Donphan. So now Tauros is going to be able to switch out. Seismitoad comes in, and the Qwilfish is still taking a nap. So yeah, we'll see what Seismitoad wants to do here. Qwilfish is still asleep, and Seismitoad reveals the Earth power. Qwilfish is Shukaberry. Not that it matters all too much. Well, it does allow Qwilfish to survive, but I don't think it does much else. And another turn of Toxic, and this Seismitoad is dead. And so good play by Beta to just go straight for the Liquidation and kill the thing. Although he might have been able to set up some sort of Toxic Spikes or something just to make sure that other things on this guy's team takes chip damage. Then again, Venusaur could have just soaked up the Toxic Spikes, so what am I saying? If he had regular spikes, maybe it would have been better. So Sheer Force Body Slam goes off. No chance of paralyzing. That is literally nothing to Donphan. Donphan is a fat boy. So yeah, Celesteela comes in, and Beta has no answer for this thing, which is unfortunate. And yeah, that's gonna be pretty much a good game at this point. It's quite unfortunate because you know, I think Beta had a good team. It's just you know, you can have the perfect team. It's just a matter of execution a lot of times. You know, I think knowing what your win conditions are and knowing basically which you need to keep alive, what's expendable at different points in the battle. You know, those are all very important factors, and yes, knowing your speed tiers is very important, everybody. So don't sleep on that fact. So we're gonna see Donphan fire off the Ice Shard just to, you know, do something. I mean, I probably just would have gone for an Earthquake just so the Soul Seed would have outsped me and finished me out faster, but hey, that's just me. So yep, Supersonic Sky Strikes can go off, probably for the Air Slash that we saw earlier. And is this Donphan dead? That is a dead Donphan. Dang, okay, well, so the series is now 3-2, still in the favor of the TBL. So let us see what matchup we have next. Okay, next up we have Collin versus Splurge. And as I was saying before, if I didn't say it before, the series is 3-2 in favor of the TBL. One more win and the TBL secures its first win, whereas oh, sorry about that. Okay, there we go. Whereas if the BBL wins, then we're gonna have a tie series, and we're gonna have to go to basically Game 7, sudden death. So Splurge's team is actually looking pretty dangerous in terms of offensive threats. Like, I think everything except the Tapu Fini is basically an offensive threat. And you know, Fini can be run as an offensive threat as well if it carries Calm Mind and other shenanigans of the sort. I think for Collin, it would be best if he kept the Raichu alive as long as possible. That's the fastest mod, barring any Scarf Pokemon on Splurge's side. You know, Collin's gonna have to be cautious of Haxorus in the Misty Terrain because, you know, Dragon moves don't do as much damage in Misty Terrain. And I mean, yeah, those are just a few things I was thinking of. Oh yeah, and then obviously Mega Lopunny can play a big factor as well, since it's also a very speedy Pokemon. So with that, let's just jump right into it, guys. So we're gonna see Splurge lead off with the Thundurus, and Collin lead off with a Alolan Ninetales, and Snow Warning kicks off. And are we going to see an Aurora Veil? No, we're not. I think Thundurus gets Flash Cannon if I'm not mistaken, and it does, and he reveals it right there. So a good call to switch out when he did. However, Tangrowth is not in a good position. Seems like this is a physically defensive Tangrowth, or a maybe a offensive Tangrowth of some sort, because non-stab, that thing did just about 40% to the Tangrowth. So Raichu's gonna come in. I'm not sure what Collin was expecting from the Thundurus exactly, but it's pretty clear that Splurge was expecting a Leech Seed from the Tangrowth, which is why he went out into Roserade, so he could get the initiative, if you will, and just be able to fire off his free Sludge Bomb just about on anything on Collin's team, except obviously, of course, for the Doublade. And so Splurge gets off Toxic Spikes, which is pretty nice. I don't recall if Collin had any sort of removal, but we're gonna just see some Dragon Dancing off the bat, which is pretty bold. And Leechy's gonna kick off. That's gonna be really annoying for Collin. You know, unless Haxorus is ready just to kill things, you know, right off the bat, I'm not sure if staying in is the best option. But Haxorus is gonna keep Dragon Dancing. Collin don't care. We're gonna see this Roserade, probably Sludge Bomb, yeah. That's not what you want to see. And that is going to be a dead Haxorus, I think. Yeah, that should have been calced, I think. Um, I think Collin definitely should have calced that rather than going for another Dragon Dance. That's how you get greedy, my friends. Don't get greedy. Kill what's in front of you, especially if they just keep staying in while you set up. And yeah, we're gonna see the Blizzard fire off. That doesn't kill the Roserade, which is very interesting. Um, you know, that's then again, a lone Ninetales special attack is not anything to brag home about. And we're going to see Ninetales take some more damage. And are we going to see another Blizzard? Probably another Blizzard. I mean, I personally would have gone for the Moonblast just because Moonblast would have killed from that range on that Roserade. And, you know, I think Collin was expecting the Tapu Fini to come in because he just went straight for Freeze Dry. So we're going to see Lopunny, not Mega Evolved, come in, and I think Emboar is just going to just straight up demolish this thing. Oh, so it's a special Emboar. Okay, not bad. Well, at least Lopunny can't get burned from the flamethrower since it's poisoned already. So the Lopunny's going to Mega Evolve. Probably we're going to see a high jump kick or a return. I don't think Emboar is packing a Protect. Actually, we just see the Fake Out hit off, I think. Oh, and it's Rocky Helmet Emboar. So this is probably a defensive Emboar. And Lopunny's going to get more damage. And I think, yeah, it's time to go into Tapu Fini. Or Roserade. Roserade's also another decent switch, you know, with it being as low as it is. I don't, you know, I don't find any issue with that play at all. And the Lopunny dies, and that's unfortunate. I don't think Collin has any way to get rid of these toxic spikes, which is very unfortunate. And we're gonna see the Thundurus come in on the Tangrowth. Tangrowth's gonna get poisoned. It's not looking good for Collin, you guys. He's I think going to struggle at this point with toxic spikes being up and also being outnumbered. You know, it's like 5-3, I think, at this point. So, Hidden Power Ice doesn't do anything to the Emboar. We're going to see Tangrowth get a little bit of recovery and then get poisoned right back to where it was. And I think Collin just kind of is giving up at this point. I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate, but I mean, sometimes you just got to play with the cards you're dealt. Raichu comes in. We know this Emboar is not Scarfed because we saw the Rocky Helmet earlier. So Raichu's going to fire off a Thunderbolt. Down goes the Emboar. So this game's a little bit closer than it was. Now the Zygarde's going to come in, and Raichu can't do anything against this Zygarde. You know, Hidden Power Ice, sure, but we're not going to see it kill. Zygarde's a very bulky boy. Yeah, that Zygarde lives it, and we're going to see a Dragon Dance. Hopefully this Raichu's packing Extreme Speed, because if it's not, then Collin is in trouble. And I don't even think an Extreme Speed would kill at this range. So, that's another thing. Um, yeah, I mean, if Collin didn't get greedy with the Dragon Dance with the Haxorus, the second Dragon Dance, I should say, this could very well have been a totally different game. Uh, I think maybe Collin was expecting another set of Toxic Spikes. Who knows from that point? But you just got to go for the kill at that point. One Dragon Dance is enough, I think, to handle a lot of his team. Well, besides the Fini, but unless it was Poisonium Z Haxorus, which would have been a really nice bring. I'm not sure if that was a possibility. I don't know if Haxorus is a user or not, but it should be. We're going to see the Shadow Sneak come in and kill the Zygarde. You know, taking 1,000 arrows to the face. You know, at +1 too. That's pretty impressive. But then again, Zygarde's physical attack is like meh at 100. So yeah, Thundurus comes in and just thunderbolts away, and down goes that thing. So we're gonna see the Ninetales come in, and it is Ninetales versus the world at this point. And are we gonna see anything? An agility. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I didn't even know that alone the Ninetales got agility, but hey, the more you learn. So Ninetales is dying in 2 turns, and he's got to kill 3 Pokemon. So that's unfortunate math, but that's what we got here, guys. Okay, so let's hope you are packing rest, my friend. Oh, well, you can't even rest because Misty Terrain, that's right. So, Freeze Dry, not gonna kill, or even freeze. Feeney's gonna just fire back. And that is gonna be game. So, we are now tied at 3 apiece for the series between the TBL and the BBL. And so we have one last match to cover. Okay guys, so the last match is between Manbird, who is Buttermink over here, versus D-Willy or DeWiley, I don't know how to say his name, but yeah, this is the last match, and they had to actually recreate the match on Showdown because they were having a lot of disconnect issues. Yeah, I'm not sure. Sorry guys, I'm gonna try to fix that. Alright, whatever, we're just gonna rock with what we got here. So we see Slowbro, Excadrill, Tyranitar, Slurpuff versus Coco, Alolan Raichu, Mega Medicham, and Steelix. Yeah, so I think they're going to just try to recreate the match as best as possible. So we're gonna see some really weird moves at first, but yeah, let's jump right into it. Yeah, a rapid spin on a Coco, and we're just gonna keep seeing rapid spins, I guess, and then focus miss, guys. Let's see what they're saying. Okay, so it seems like they are good to go now. And we're gonna see Coco U-turn, then just seems like they're just exchanging rocks, and Slowbro is getting Riddled down little by little, and we're gonna see a light screen. That's an interesting attack, if you will. I wonder what this Slurpuff is gonna do. Ooh, in the heavy slam. Why play rough? That's a very questionable call. I guess he doesn't have the Drain Punch. Go figure. I mean, I even had told Manbird to rock Drain Punch, but I guess he never brought it, which is fine. So Hidden Power is not gonna kill, and Coco's gonna go down, and yeah, the crit matters, you guys. So we're gonna see Tyranitar come and set up the sand again, and it's looking like Manbird might have this in the bag. Why would you not go into Excadrill there? Manbird, did you choke? Are you not Sandrush? Oh, he's not Sandrush. What? Manbird, you're not Sandrush? Wow. Okay, well, that just goes to show you guys that, you know, even if you're down, you're not out, and the BBL proved that. So, congratulations to the BBL for an amazing comeback, being down 3 games to 1, and just, you know, just turning the tides like it was nothing. Should the TBL have won some of the games that it lost? Sure, but that's not to say that we shouldn't take anything away from the BBL for, you know, sticking it through thick and thin. And yeah, guys, well, thank you guys for watching. I am going to bull switch out of here as your coach of the Atlanta Raichus, and yeah, I will just say take care, everybody. I love you all, and hopefully I will see you guys soon. So, pieces, everybody.